Hello everyone, Pallytime here with TGN.TV. This is a continuation of my Nightmare Difficulty Guides for Orcs Must Die 2. We are on the level Precipice today, and I've been having a lot of trouble with this level. It took me about 2 hours to figure out what the fuck to do, and I'll show you what I was doing wrong. Essentially, I was laying down these swinging maces and trying to choke off all these areas before all the orcs got to this middle area here. And I was trying that, switching out traps, trying different traps for about a fucking hour and a half. And then once I changed my mentality of what I wanted to do, it worked out really well. So what I'm going to use, I'm not even going to take the swinging maces this time. I just 5-skulled this for the first time. Didn't even use the swinging maces, so I definitely think I can replace those. Alright, let me walk you through all of my items. I have the blunderbuss, which might be upgraded at this point. I honestly can't remember. Regardless, I don't use it very much. The Dwarven Hammer with the whirlwind damage increase and the damage reduction to me while whirlwinding. The Ice Amulet with both the left click and the AoE. When stuff is frozen with the AoE, it takes more damage. I have basically both upgrades that you want for the Ice Amulet. I have the Tar with the improved slow as well as the cost reduction. I have the Guardian Archers with the cost reduction as well as the heal over time. Oops. I have the Auto Ballistas with the damage increase as well as the, is a fire rate. It's the top upgrade. I can't remember what it is. As well as the range increase, the barricades with the cost reduction, as well as the repair over time if they are hit. The arrow walls with the damage increase, as well as the flame arrows. Very, 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 very important for us to grab the flame arrow upgrade here. I have the healing trinket with both upgrades and the mana rage trinket with both upgrades. First thing we are going to do, go over here to the left, right behind this pillar. Start laying down as many archers as you can. Get them in as tight as you can. You don't want them to have any wiggle room. You want to get the most DPS out of this side as possible. And that looks all right. With the rest of our money, I'm going to run over here and start laying barricades along this track. You want to have 4 barricades in total, so next round we'll be able to close this off. The idea is any ground unit coming from the left-hand side is going to have to walk up to these barricades and then turn left and cross over this minecart track. Alright, enough talking. Let's begin round 1 out of 9. Just going to go in with my hammer. We lay down all the archers on the left side. We also have flyers coming in on the left side. The archers will take care of every single one of them. I'm going to use my whirlwind to take out as many of these orcs as I can, because spinning to win is pretty easy. I don't know what I'm going to do when I play the sorceress. I'm not going to be able to spin anymore. Have some kobold runners coming out. Switching to my shotgun to dispose of them. Those pesky kobold runners. Also, just giving my mana some time to come back right now. Always a good idea. More flyers coming in, and I'm waiting for more ground units, although I don't believe there are any. So with the flyers, the most effective way to kill them is with the Ice Amulet, although it's a little buggy. And now they're going to start to spawn from the other side. So don't even run over to the ground spawn. You want to run over here and block this off. And then begin to add in archers on this side as well. I'm still debating on where the best place to put them would be. I'm gonna just do out front. Alright. Go in, start to deal with the ground units. I am in the poison of the flyers, so I definitely want to move up a little bit. Kobold runners coming through. And as a war mage, I mentioned this in an earlier video, as a war mage, my biggest weakness is my low range, at least with the shotgun. So having the ability to use archers to take out flyers is extremely beneficial to me. And I can also help with the Ice Amulet, but these archers will be able to take everything down just fine without any of that. Go up, start whirlwinding some more. There's a lot of ground units that come out of the left in round 2, so you don't need to go crazy with the whirlwind. You kind of want to conserve your mana a little bit. Not too big of a deal though. Even if you start to get overrun, you can fall back here, and they're going to have to go all the way to the other side. I mean, we already have a pretty effective trap set up already, and it's only the beginning of round 2. We still have ground units coming out. I don't remember what the par on this level is, but it's a pretty long level. So I mean, this is going to be a pretty long video. But yeah, it took me like a good hour and a half of attempts to just try to formulate ideas that would work on this level. It was really quite challenging. So we are at the beginning of round 3 out of 9. Very important to hang back by all of your archers, because there's going to be a lot of gnolls spawning that will target your archers, and you want to keep them safe. So I'm just going to chill back here. I'm not going to move anywhere. I hope I wasn't wrong. I hope this is the gnoll round. I thought this was the gnoll round. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's 4. Huh. Yeah, it was a gnoll round. I was right. I just didn't think they spawned that late. Alright, so they're going to alternate sides. It's going to be 2 out of the left. There's the second one. And then 2 out of the right. So you want to use your Frost Amulet to freeze them, go in with the hammer, and kill them quickly. If they get to your archers are going to die. That's the sad reality of the situation. They hit archers so hard. It's ridiculous how hard those gnolls hit archers. And I think there might be one more pack. I'm not quite sure. And the reason you want to get the heal on the archers instead of the flame arrows on this level is just because there's crossbow orcs that are going to be hitting them as the crossbow orcs walk forward. And it's pretty important to make sure your archers don't die. It's really important. Alright, at the beginning of round 4, I'm going to begin to lay down these arrow walls. Remember, these are the flame upgrade arrow walls. It's very important to remember. I'm going to put them everywhere I can on the right, and then do the same thing on the left. And that should be good. And the reason for that, the reason you want more on the right than on the left, is simply because that there are frost ogres that begin to spawn out of the right hand side, and these flame arrows are really the only thing that we're going to have to be effective against those frost ogres. Now the rest of these ogres you want to be freezing with your Frost Amulet, going in and hitting them with their hammer. They're really not going to do that much damage. You just want to keep them controlled, because number one, they soak up a lot of damage, so your archers are going to focus them over other things just because of the time restraint, if that makes sense. So you definitely want to focus these ogres down first so your archers can work on killing the large amount of orcs walking towards them. And we should be getting flame and frost ogres shortly. They come at the end of wave 4. Yeah, there's the flame ogre. One more normal ogre on the right, and then there's going to be a frost ogre. You can see our archers and the arrow walls are taking care of everything else pretty well. I'm going to start to lay down tar now. That's all I could afford. You can actually make that a little bit better. I'm going to try to sell the majority of that. But I'm just going to use my shotgun, try to help out with that ogre as best I can, and try to sell all of these tars as fast as I can. Oh, I didn't get the last one. That's fine. So I was doing 4 wide. You can definitely get away with 3 wide here. At the beginning of round 5, we got more gnoll hunters coming out. And I'm going to tar the other side as well. This left side's kind of awkward to tar. Really awkward to tar, actually. So just put it wherever you can. We have more gnolls coming out the left. So the first wave of gnolls in round 5 comes out the right. The second wave comes out the left. And I'm just going to continue to tar in all the places that I can. See, before, with my old strategy, the problem I was having is when stuff slipped by, I was relying too much on those small choke points at the beginning. And when stuff actually slipped by, it was really devastating, to the point where I couldn't recover. Also, I had to deal with the flyers myself, which, as I've mentioned a few times, That's the War Mage's biggest weakness, his lack of range. So dealing with flyers is pretty hard. And about positioning, you pretty much always want to be on the left-hand side in most of these. The reason for that is that's where all the Frost Ogres come out of. They all come out of the left-hand side on this level. And you want to make sure you're always there to clean them up, because they can really be troublesome. And then spare time in between laying traps down, just go in, spin to win. Progress this along a little bit faster. I don't know what the par is, so I don't know how urgent it is for me to be DPSing things, but it's always a good idea to help, regardless. So this last tar, do 3 wide. Okay, so tar's looking pretty good. Now what I did last time that worked really well is I just continued to lay the arrow walls down along this wall to kind of thin the herd out as they're walking up. But I think what I'm going to do this time is just lay down these auto ballistas to try to do as much damage as they can to anything that walks down this lane. And those auto ballistas do hit pretty hard, and they're going to be hitting air targets as well as ground targets. The only issue I can really see with them is just they're really expensive. And remember, use your Ice Amulet to help control the ogres. And it doesn't hurt to use it on the fire elementals as well. Or not fire elementals, but the earth elementals. Gonna continue with the auto ballistas. Obviously you want to focus on the right first, because that's where all of the mobs are going to be coming from. Well, all the mobs are going to be funneled to. Cobalt runners aren't really an issue with this strategy at all, just because they have to walk so far. And there's so much tar that I'm not even remotely worried about Cobalt runners. And the reason I didn't bother barricading these guys in is just because I'm going to be standing here most of the time. And I'll be able to whirlwind most of the stuff back that comes in. This strategy took me a while. When did I put this down? Holy shit. Continue with the auto ballista barrage. Actually, I don't know if... yeah, those will shoot. That should be fine. Wave 7 out of 9. I don't have any insight for what happens in Wave 7 out of 9, just that it is Wave 7 out of 9. I know one of these rounds is very flyer intensive, so perhaps this is it. I guess they're testing your air defenses. We have so many archers that our air defenses are going to be just fine. Especially because they only file in one at a time. They're not really coming in groups, they're like single file. Which doesn't seem to be very effective. Someone should inform these flyers they should group up. Can you put the ballistas here? Oh, auto ballistas count as guardians. I did not know that. Why would they count as guardians? Huh. Huh. Well, lesson learned. Lesson learned. So what we can do with the rest of our money is just continue to add in arrow walls. I'm really surprised by that. I remember in Orcs Must Die 1, I had a few levels where my best strategy was to stack these auto ballistas. It's kind of weird. It's very strange that they count as guardians. It's very, very strange. Alright, so just gonna add in these arrow walls, and then I'm gonna put tar in front of them, and that's pretty much it. It's gonna be the rest of our money on this level. So I don't know, I guess the auto ballistas weren't really necessary. One thing you can do to increase the DPS on the left over here is add in more barricades, something like this, and that'll force these guys to walk on the track. Ah, shit. Oh, I messed up a little bit. But that should be plenty effective. Then I'll actually force those guys to walk on the track, and you'll just get a little more damage out of that minecart. Definitely not a bad idea. These electric flyers are kind of nasty. They actually actively pursue you to attack you. They're not like null pursue you, but if you're around them, they'll be hitting you pretty hard. And it's an instant attack. It's a lightning attack. It's not like the poison from the other flyers. It actually will hit you and it'll hurt. Oh, got stunned. Oh, that's not good. I don't have a lot of health. Shit. Okay, we got a million health potions sitting around, so that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna try to get down here and sell this barricade that I... Whoa! What happened here? I must have blocked their path too much or something. They shouldn't have destroyed those barricades. They weren't blocking the path. Well, not a big deal. Gonna continue to add in more and more and more of these flame walls. Remember, they're not gonna be as effective on this side just because there's flame ogres, which I'm actually gonna take out right now. Yeah, those lightning things. If you let them go unchecked, they will hurt pretty bad. So wave 9 out of 9, this is going to be the final wave, and we are doing just fine. The range on those flyers is pretty significant. I should probably start to take them out. I should probably start to actively take them out. So let's try this again. I don't know why that messed up so bad. I messed it up again. Oh no, don't die, don't die! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. I didn't even see a fucking health bar. I didn't even see a health bar. I almost had to start this whole fucking video over because I was being fucking careless. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, so I'm going to pay attention now. We have 2 flame ogres coming in on the left. I'm going to go in with an AoE freeze, which will freeze them longer. That's just going to allow me to kill both of them. Should allow me to kill both of them. There we go. And that means 2 frost ogres, which presents a little bit more of a problem. But the arrow walls seem to be doing a good job, and I'm going to help out with my shotgun. This is going to be the final mob, and we 5-skulled this level like a boss. So I hope you guys found this video useful, or at least enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up below, leave a comment down below as well, and if you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe. Let's go ahead and look at my stats. I was 4 minutes under par, and if we go to the leaderboards, holy fuck, how do you score that much? That's cheating. They cheated. Where's my score? Find me. Where did I place? 127 in the world. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll be back shortly with more of my nightmare walkthroughs for Orcs Must Die. Okay, bye.